Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Premier League. We're on the 17th of March 2029. We have 8 games left of the Premier League season. We are not getting relegated. We might, however, be getting European football. This sounds an awful lot like last season, doesn't it? I can't see it going as well. We're not getting Europe, are we? We've got 8 games to play. I'll show you what's happened in between episodes. Not a lot, really. We've played 2 further matches. We've played Wolves, we lost 1-0. We were not very good in this one. We played West Brom, we won 1-0. We were alright, I guess. We scored. Everard finally scoring his first goal since 2006. He's so good, but so bad at scoring. Like, with finishing of 16, first touch of 16, composure of 18, determination, off the ball was so high, he doesn't score goals. And you know what I think it is? Concentration. Don't think he's got enough concentration. Concentration of 9, positioning of 10 also probably doesn't help. We have a problem with all of our strikers where they're all very similar. Mentally, they're not necessarily the best when it comes to positioning and concentration. That's probably why he's not scoring 65 goals a season. Anyway, we did pick up 3 points out of a possible 6, which means we're on 44 points. We are 9th place in the table, 3 points behind Wolves. We are, 8 points ahead of Leicester. I can't see us finishing in the bottom half, which is ideal. If we can get ourselves Europa League football, I would love that. Good news is, Liverpool won the Carabao Cup, which means the Europa League 2 spot has gone to Liverpool, which means it's going to go to whoever finishes 7th, I think. I think that's probably how it's going to work. Not sure what's going on in the FA Cup. Hold on, let's find out. This is literally what we had to struggle through last season. So, there's still a lot, isn't there? Liverpool, Man City, Hull, Watford, West Brom, Wolves, Chelsea and Palace. I mean, realistically, we want one of the top 2 to win it, or Chelsea. Anyone else is going to get in the way of potential European qualification for us. First match of the episode then, up against Norwich, a team who are struggling. They're in a relegation scrap. They are actually joint in 18th place or 17th place with West Brom, 25 points, but their goal difference is worse. They are managed by Fabio Quagliarella, the former Sampdoria player, who, when I did my Sampdoria save, he was a lot better than he had any right to be. As a manager, he is garbage. No wonder why Norwich were in a relegation scrap if they've got Quagliarella, although I think he's only just been appointed. I think he's literally only just been appointed. Yes, he's played 1 game and he drew. And did they even score? I don't know. No, they didn't. They didn't score, they didn't concede. So, Fabio Quagliarella has never scored a goal as a manager. The starting lineup then for the Norwich game, it's going to be Varro in goal, Granger, Mendes, Lescano and Tails as our right back. We'll come back to Tails. He's an experiment, okay? He's an experiment. Butic, Wang and McKennie in the middle. Tilger and Everard will be our wingers with Saulo as our striker. These 2 might swap at some point. Tails being our winger, our right back even, not a winger. He's not a right back at all. He can't defend. I want to play him. And I think our fullbacks don't necessarily need to be able to defend. So this is an experiment. If he does all right as a right back, he might suddenly be training up to be a right back, and maybe he needs to improve his tackling. And by maybe, he definitely needs to improve his tackling because 5 is not good enough. But I'm hoping that going forward, he's amazing. Defensively, maybe could be an issue. But this experiment will last for 1 game. I guarantee he probably won't play any more as a right back unless he gets like a 7 rating from this match. I'm hopeful. I'm genuinely hopeful that Tails does a good job as a fullback. I've done it before with various players in the past. The Newcastle save was a prime example. Just seen we're wearing our away kit. I don't think we've ever worn our away kit. Mendes to Tails, the fullback. Weston McKennie goes for an effort. Tilger goes for goal, goes for a curling chance, but it's just wide of the far post. So already Tails has been in the mix, right in the middle of the penalty area, as a right back. But I definitely did this before on the Newcastle save. Marlon Charles, he was a left winger. I didn't play wingers at the time, so I trained him up to be a left back, and he turned into a superb left back, and then I moved him back up to being a left winger. Wesley to Lescano. He's going to go all the way back to our Serbian goalkeeper, Varro. Varro's going to kick it long towards Wang. The Chinaman controls and finds Weston McKennie in the centre circle. The American can lump it over to Everard on that left-hand side. Everard has scored his 2nd goal in as many games, his 6th of the season. I should play him as a left winger, shouldn't I? That seems to be his position. Although against West Brom he was a striker. Tilger with a corner for us. Little weird jinking run. Butic's headed effort goes over the bar. Still 1-0 though. Throw this time. It's going to be Ferreira. Now Matvienko. Tarazona crosses the ball. Diab is there. Tammy Abraham is there. Diab is there again with the follow-up. But I think he was offside. Somebody was offside. Tammy Abraham was offside. Good. That wasn't Wesley's fault, was it? It definitely wasn't Tails' fault. He's dropped down to a 6.6. It's not working as a right-back. It's a free kick for Todd Cantwell, who's still at Norwich. That's pretty impressive. Cantwell gets the ball back, tries to cross it in, but Wang gets there first. And now Wang can just run forward. He's the only player up there, loses out to the Norwich midfielders. Ramos all the way back. Weston McKennie, and somebody else was chasing him down. Header forward from Norwich. Cantwell has it. Back to Matvienko. Matvienko to Ferreira. This is going to be a long highlight. Saulo's nicked the ball away. That is good. He needs some support. He doesn't need any support. Of course he doesn't. Saulo goes it alone. Makes it 2-0. His third goal of the season. He's not performing as well as I would want him to be performing. He's played a lot of football and only scoring 3 goals. It's not a big number, is it? Considering he cost about 20 million, something stupid like that. It's still not quite half-time. Matvienko's throw finds Wang, though. Weston McKennie. Lovely ball. Tails Wesley on that right-hand side. This is why I wanted him there, because he's a winger. Everard to Saulo, and Saulo gets his 4th of the season, his 2nd of the match. 3-0 up against Norwich at half-time. Tails made that. Tails made that happen. I'm claiming it. I mean, he didn't. He definitely didn't. But, you know, he was involved. What a first-half performance that is. What an absolutely brilliant first-half performance that has been so far. They're saying that Tails is not playing particularly well. He's on a 6.7. Oh, that's not bad. Perfect team talk from Kolo Toure as well. We're just going to go straight into the second half. And straight into a highlight, apparently, as well. It's a throw for Ramos for Norwich. Gets the ball back. Gets past his man with relative ease as well. Keeps going into the penalty area. Goes for an effort straight into Varro's hands. So that was the highlight. That was the highlight. Nothing happened. We're an hour in. I'm going to give him a get creative. Not a lot's happening in the second half. Tails is on a 6.8. He's doing his job as a right back. It's not the best job as a right back, but he's doing a decent enough job. We've also got a player who's on a 6.5. I'm not sure who it was, so he's going to be coming off. Wang has the ball. Finds Tilger on the right-hand side. He's going to run into the penalty area. I think it might have been Damien Tilger on a 6.5, if I'm perfectly honest. So, yes, it is. He's definitely getting substituted. Right now, we're going to bring on Itabel. And then we're going to do that. We're going to stick Saulo on the right. Yep, Saulo on the right. Everard's sticking on the left. Itabel's going to go as our striker. We're going to bring Wang off as well, because he's looking a little bit complacent. That's all we're going to do. Tails is probably going to play 90 minutes as a right back. Granger's throw. McKennie flicks the head on. Doyle is there. That might have been his first touch of the game, you know. That might have been his first touch of the game. It's 4-0. Tommy Doyle with his 5th of the season. We are looking bloody spectacular here. Tails is on a 7.2. He's on a 7.2, everybody. I'm not even joking. I am a tactical genius. I can retrain anybody to be any position. He's on a 7.3. He's still one of our worst performers, but still he got a 7.3. We won 4-0 away from home against Norwich. Yes, they are in a relegation scrap, but I don't care. That performance from the entire team there was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Saulo with 2 goals. Tommy Doyle as well. Aurelian Everard. And Tails Wesley getting a 7.3 as a makeshift right back. He's playing there next match. And the 3 points as well moves us up in the table, up to 8th place. 3 points behind Watford. We are 5 points behind Spurs. We're a little bit too far away, I think, from Manchester City and Arsenal. We're looking at 6th. 6th is our target. That is where we're looking to hopefully finish. European football is still on the cards for next season if everything goes our way. Look at him. He's now... Oh, I'm doing it. He's going to become a wing-back on support. He's got most of the things. He doesn't, does he? He's bad mentally. He can't tackle. He can't mark. It's fine. He's just got the crossing and dribbling and the first touch. And maybe the physicals as well. He'll be fine. He'll be our best right-back you'll ever see. Next up, we are going to be playing Arsenal on camera because, you know, we could play Southampton. That's a winnable game. Birmingham is certainly a winnable game. Arsenal is a bit harder, but that's the type of game that we need to win if we want to get ourselves European football. So, yeah, we'll play Saints and Birmingham off camera. will return for the Arsenal game, and Tails Wesley will have played right back for 3 matches by that point. I'm sticking to my guns. Tails Wesley will be a right back by this time next season. He's played 2 more matches as a right back. Admittedly, he did come off at half time against Birmingham, but he's becoming a right back. Promise. He's awful as a right back, but he's trying. He's not even close to being a right back, is he? I have intentionally gone and I've got him doing defensive positioning now. He is learning wing back support, so he's hopefully going to be getting better. Anyway, we've played 2 further matches. We have won them both. We beat Southampton. Sebastian Mendes with the winning goal after Jean-Claire Todibo got himself sent off for a second yellow card. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rourke Murray was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and Todibo just pulled him back. So got himself sent off. Against Birmingham, we win 3-0 in this one. Saulo with 2. Damien Tilger also getting on the score sheet. We are up to 7th. We are up to 7th placed in the table. Spurs have dropped down to 8th. Wolves have dropped down to 9th. We are up against 5th place Arsenal. This could weirdly work well in our favour. If we beat Arsenal, we will just be 7 points behind 5th place Arsenal. That's a gap that we could close. We can't, can we? When you look at the fixtures. Why am I trying to be optimistic? We're not going to beat Chelsea, are we? We should beat Newcastle. We're not going to beat Manchester United. We might beat Watford. So let's just hope for the best. We just need to aim for Europe. Europa League football for next season. Europa League 2 at worst. Oh, the good news is Arsenal are in poor form, drawing with Villa, West Brom losing against Villa, I assume in a cup competition, drawing with Newcastle and drawing with Wolves. They haven't won a game in their last 5 at least. We're odds-on favourites to win. The starting lineup then will be Varro in goal, Granger, Mendes, Lezcano and Tails as the right back. I'm sticking to my guns. He's going to play right back every single game until the end of the season. Butic, Wang and McKennie in the middle. Tilger, Murray and Saulo as our strikers. This is basically the starting 11 that we've played for the last 4 games and we've done really well, so I'm sticking with it. I want Tails to get an assist now. That's what we need from him. He is number 7 playing as a right back, so that clearly shows he's definitely out of position. We have already moved up a position if it stays as a draw, because I think Watford might be losing their game. Wesley's cross goes in towards the back. File comes out, easily claims the ball. They are losing. No, Wolves, sorry, are losing against Southampton after 1 minute. 2-0 down after 11. Riccardi to Barrow. Barrow forward to Jadon Sancho. It's 3-0 against Southampton Wolves game. 15 minutes have been played. Barrow to Declan Rice. Riccardi back to Rice. Forward to Tomori. Is he going to try and run down the right-hand side? Granger gets there first, but Tomori keeps hold of the ball. Granger tries to steal it again, can't manage it. Tomori into the penalty area. Sancho's there at the back post. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. I've just realised we've already played Arsenal on camera this season. We're doing it again. Not the best start. Not the best start at all. Arsenal move up into 4th place. If we don't win this game, Champions League is definitely out of the question. Not that it was ever on the question in the first place, but yeah, it's definitely out of the question. We still can get, obviously, Europa League football. But at the moment, there's 3 teams on 53 points. Nothing's happening in this first half, apart from that goal as well. Something might happen, actually. McKennie has the ball, loses out to Rice. Butic heads forward, though. Rourke Murray tries to make some space for himself. He's gone for a long-range effort, and that was absolute garbage, Rourke Murray. It's going to be 1-0 then to Arsenal at half-time. It's not been the most exciting game of football. Southampton still only 3-0 up. Are Watford even playing? Watford aren't playing. That's why we went ahead of them. So we're going to give them an angry because we're not winning. Everyone seemed to be fired up. Tails is on a 6.5. I'm not going to blame him for the goal because it came from the right-hand side. So it can't be his fault, although he probably was marking Jadon Sancho, wasn't he? We've got a corner. Butic takes the corner towards the front post. Tails was there with all players. Why is Tails going to the front post? That should be a centre-back. Mateus Henrique with the ball to Tierney. Barrow. Forward to Sancho, the goal scorer. Tails is with him. Tierney keeps going down the left-hand side. Number 10's closing him down. Damien Tilger gives him a little kick, but Tierney keeps hold of the ball. Back to Romario Barrow. Barrow's going to lose out to Wang. He does, and still has the ball, because for some reason we can't tackle. Hold on. Damien Tilger's done the business. Tilger finds Saulo on the right-hand side. He's in on goal. He's gone for a dinked effort. Why did you try and do that? Sometimes you just want them to, pass it across or blast it or something, and they do completely the opposite. Everard is going to come on for Rourke Murray. probably all we're going to do. It's not. Itabal's also coming on for Saulo. Did we have a corner then? I don't think we did. Instead, 68 minutes, Evrard has the ball down the left-hand side. Is he going to cross it? He plays it all the way back instead. It's Miro Butic, the Croatian, and I believe he is now our club captain. Mendes to Lezcano, forward to Wang. Wang needs a runner. Tilke's got loads and loads of space. He's gone for a long-range effort. He's hit the post. Kenny Tete can run the ball clear. That would have been a wonderful goal. Let's give them a get creative. Give them a get creative. It might fire some people up. We've got 10 minutes left to play. If we can nick a goal, that will be a decent result. We've got 3 minutes left. We're going to do our final change. We don't really have any attacking options. We don't have any attacking options to go for. Tilga, I mean, that's not really an attacking option, is it? But we're going to go for it just to try and change things up. Tails is going to go up in his natural position as a right winger. Time's just disappearing, though. It looks like it is going to be a 1-0 defeat against Arsenal. We put up a fight. We certainly put up a decent fight in that match. I think it was unlucky to lose, but it is Arsenal. They're a much better side than us. We do stay in 7th place. However, Spurs and Watford have yet to play their match. Does that mean they're like playing tomorrow? Maybe? When are Spurs and Watford playing? They are playing tomorrow. So we're going to go forward. That's not tomorrow. That's the 18th. That's a long way away. We're going to go forward to that anyway, just to see what happens once everyone's back onto the same amount of games. And then we will have the final episode as the next episode for Season 10. It'll be Man United. It'll be Watford. 2 very difficult games. I'm weirdly not looking forward to that. Well, that was kind of a turn up for the books. Not what I was expecting to happen at all. Watford drawing with Chelsea, which actually isn't the result we wanted. They didn't get all 3 points, but they were playing Chelsea. You'd think that Chelsea probably should have beaten them there. And then Spurs losing against West Brom, which moves West Brom a little bit further away from the relegation zone. But it also means that Spurs don't overtake us, because if they won, they would go on to 56 and they'd actually push us down to 8th place in the table. We're still up in 7th. We've got 4 games left to play. It's Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester United, and I can't remember the final game of the season. It was literally seconds ago. Watford. That's a huge game. That is an absolutely huge game. Right, we need to make sure we don't embarrass ourselves against Chelsea and we beat Newcastle. That's the plan. And then we come back for the final episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time for the final episode of Season 10. And we're going to qualify for the Europa League 2. Probably Europa League 2. But we're going to do it. It's going to happen. I'll see you next time. Yep, that happened.